Bumba.
Love virus.
Blood clot them. No, let me stop. Junior Reed.
A 10. Huh?
Sean Padding Sasha. Sing for me, baby. I can feel your tenderness. I'm still in love with you, girl. And Yo, that's that shit. Wait, you can start cutting. You can hit that record. Oh, you were? Oh shit, that shit. Oh shit. Trippy in this motherfucking trippy stick. Yo, chill. But I gotta go right now.
Nigga, why you got that? Shit. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, my bad. I don't even.
Now you.
Oh, you straight with the. Oh, you straight for the A. Okay.
Straight for 28.
Yo, I be always wishing I had. The instrument to start it off like. Yo, that shit will be caught.
I'm gonna try to keep up.
Okay, how we start? Yo, see, I'm sorry, Tina. I don't know the words to this. I don't know, but it's a classic. It's a classic, nigga. Check it. Check it. Mic 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Ready. You ready? Oh shit. You must understand, oh, the touch of your hands makes my pulse react. That's only the thrill of boy meeting girl. Our pussy's attract. It's physical. Only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. What's love but a second hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it.
Quite a lot.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Hold up though. What she said next though? Because Tina was on that like.
She done said a lot.
Yo. Hold up.
I want to make sure I'm on the right part. I ain't gonna lie, definitely.
Yo, because I don't really know the words. I just know the what's love got. Yo, yes, sir.
Got to do
let me
with
not
it.
disrespect, because hold up. It may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me.
Whoa.
If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. Oh shit. There's a phrase that fits. What? But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Wow, what's love got to do with it? Shit. What's love but a second-hand emotion?
Oh,
What's love got to do with it?
got to do with it. Quite a lot.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Ooh, yo, stop. That was that part. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking on a new direction. But I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way. Oh, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. The fuck it got to do with it? The fuck it got to do with it? Nah, real shit though. That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
See, I thought this song was like she was asking that, but like it was really like a song about like you really need love. So I thought she was gonna eventually say you know
Man,
the opposite of what she's been saying. But yeah, I guess I don't know the song.
well, I personally, I gotta say, I would assume. Well, I wouldn't assume. I mean, the story itself is, it's Tina Turner. Shout out to Angela Bassett.
Yeah, I didn't even put two and two together.
Yo, I mean, only because at where I sit today, hindsight 2020, thinking about the story that I saw them display about her life, of course, the tumultuous happenings. It's tough. It's tough, which of course isn't a biggest part of the reason that she was revered, but as I believe the story became known to the public, it was a bigger part of why she was revered, aside from her being labeled the rock and roll queen of rock and roll.
Yeah, the meme of it.
Yeah,
more than the.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for today's generation, is what they know it as. And he's,
shit.
I believe, I believe he's become popularized.
Comedy Central boosted that shit. With
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Yo, damn, right? That's it was the what? Yeah, like
I mean, it wasn't only them,
but at the same time, it's like, what's love got to do with it?
Oh yeah, so why are we feeling salty? Or like, what do you mean? What does love got to do with it? Are you asking?
Oddly enough, I believe the irony behind it, unfortunately, in my interpretation, what's love got to do with anything you're deciding to do in regards to me that may not be beneficial to my well-being? What's love got to do with any of that? What's love got to do with your reason for things, for your decisions, whatever? It could also but the delivery was liberating in a sense, rather than saying, "Woe is me, what's love got to do with?" What the fuck love got to do with that shit? You know what I'm saying?
So you agree with that sentiment?
I believe love's got everything to do with it, though.
Okay.
But I think it was just a great song, and the writers to it. Graham Lyle, Terry Britton. Yeah, what a musical number. In '84, she was active. It says supposedly from 1957 to 2009, I believe, something like that.
What a career!
My gosh, 83, I believe she is, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what's crazy? I just thought about. Fucking, you know how like they're creating all these artists and giving all these people opportunities and whatnot now? What if they were doing that same thing back then, like creating situations for people out of nothing and just putting them in situations over time just to see how they would react, just to get different kinds of music out of them, or different, just to see what could happen, what kind of influence they could have over people.
I mean, as far-fetched as it does sound, it doesn't seem impossible for the fact that the world is that small. It's crazy. To the extent that not everybody...
Not saying that she would have been one of those people, but just to think that,
Just to think, yeah, it definitely doesn't seem as far-fetched as it kind of sounds, I mean, in my opinion.
But anyways.
Yeah, word.
But usually, I feel like somebody like that is usually, they're like, I guess, like, decently well-known or, like, somewhat talented, like, but they don't just, like, pluck them out of nowhere. Like, I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Out of nowhere means exactly what you said.
Okay, but like they like the people who, because I do
because
believe
out of nowhere, it's out of nowhere to somebody. That's
okay, got you.
Regardless of what you're saying, it's out of nowhere to somebody.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely feel like they like plug people out.
But anyways, outside of that conversation, because that's just another
rabbit hole.
We don't need to do that. We don't gotta do that.
Yeah, but
Don't trip.
nah. What's love got to do with it, man? What's love got to
I
do?
feel
with
like
it?
love has everything to do with
Everything to do with everything, right?
It's just that people are putting the wrong things in love, or calling love the wrong thing,
I mean, yeah.
or not treating love correctly. You're not giving love.
Do we all? Is there an objective truth as far as a universal understanding of how we all view love and feel about love?
No.
Nah, I
yeah,
definitely feel
fuck
like
no.
everybody
Yeah,
views that
so
shit
it's
differently.
really hard to say whether or not anybody knows or recognizes or we all agree on what we interpret love as. Right? I mean we all know it.
Because some people value like material things as love. Like that's how you love me.
Some people will be like, "I'll kill for that person."
Word,
Some people
some people think that's love.
"I'll take care of them."
I will try to help you and heal you.
I would
Like what?
surely.
Because some people's love means you have to take away something from someone else to make sure that.
Well, I think that expressing the so to speak comfortability with God forbid the possibility of you having to revert to taking a life in order to protect the one you care for and you're claiming to love, then I believe that's many people's idea of how far one would go, and that's, you know what I'm saying. That's
But
they're
if
saying
feel
this
like-
is the standard. This is
in a
you-
universal
you
thing
can't go
beyond
past
that,
that.
in a universal thing, but if we're doing love, why does anybody have to?
because you can't have love without that. There's that in there. You can't
But
ignore.
that's because in
what
this
is.
reality we have to deal with greedy and envious people. So that's, I mean, I'm gonna say outside of that, if
Yeah.
having that not existing, what do we do? I mean, does that?
How do
does that
you'd have to be able to? I would believe you'd. I mean, in my opinion, the reason that free will. It's free will. Everyone has it. That's why it's hard to say anybody has a leg up on anything, because we all have free will. It's God given. That's why it's frustrating that we haven't yet been capable of acclimating ourselves intellectually as a society to the point where we actually just understand certain things universally. In my opinion, not to say that I myself have had or garnered a level of intellect early on in life for me to be able to even draw that conclusion. Only today I'm capable of doing so, based off of what I was afforded and fortunate enough to have, which was the ability to exercise the free will, all while having caretakers in a community around me built for me to do so. Because if you don't have that support system, that guidance, and those caretakers, that community,
At least one person in your corner.
you fall. Not even, because some and many people do have that one person in their corner, and that's their reason for even being involved in certain things, unfortunately, many of which is their mother. Young men, you know what I mean? There are many young men out there who say they do for their mother, and they go and partake in and participate in things that they really shouldn't and don't need to. But
Do you feel like that's because it's like extra pressure added on them?
I mean,
As young men?
well, first though, I believe anyone being raised in an environment where they're missing a parent is always seeing life differently. Not to say that being raised by two parents, you aren't seeing life differently. But it is to say that, well, any child being raised in an environment that isn't traditional or normal, or seen as normal, in a sense, there are
what is normal? Because
two parents in your household.
but see,
But
what if you got
two
two
parents in-
parents?
two parents in your household who birthed you.
Got you, my bad. I didn't mean that.
Yeah. Where two parents in your household who birthed you. That's who you come from. That's who you know. You know grandpa. You know grandma on both sides of the people that you come from. You come from two people. Every person comes from two people that also came from two. Each of those people came from two other people as well. That's
family tree.
That's procreation. That's how we're made. That's how we are.
Wow.
So if you're coming up in a home where you see the two people that made you, you know the two people that made each
Terrence
of those
Howard
people.
is right.
That's four people. That's four more people you know aside from the two people that you come from. Immediate.
Should be.
Siblings and siblings become relatives. For you, the siblings of your parents become your relatives, your elders, aunts, uncles. Your grandparents' siblings as well are your elder relatives. If you have these different structures growing up, you walk outside and this is life for you. There are many other kids who may be similar, but also different. Maybe they don't know both of their grandparents and that far in their tree. Maybe they, you know what I mean? There's so many different layers and levels to human beings that there's so many different walks. But for the most part, traditionally, a kid coming up with two parents in their home. That's what they know, two parents in their home. Not to say that they wouldn't or couldn't experience any turmoil or tumultuous situations or have a difficult upbringing. It's just to say that is traditional and that's what usually takes place when you come up in a position of now having a step parent, or you're not growing up in the home the parents that made you built. You are looking at life differently. You're experiencing life differently. Your encounters in life are different, just based off of you not having something that looks like what you think is the normal or traditional, because it's the majority. It may not be 80%, but at 70% looks like 100 to somebody who doesn't know
the
you know what I'm saying? Who doesn't to a child that
30% in a small spot look like a lot.
Exactly. Numbers look different when you don't know the scale. And as a child, we can't even conceptualize the scale at that point. We're just thinking about our situation. We're thinking about ourselves, which a child should. They shouldn't have to think about others. But and the same token, if you're being raised with siblings, then you're taught to think about others because you have to share.
Yeah.
And if you're the oldest, then you have to learn how to lead.
I mean,
you sooner than later.
That is true. I don't know. I guess like I parent different because I do know like other parents like they let their kids like not do whatever the fuck, but like their kids' stuff is their kids' stuff. Like even if her cousins and shit come over and like there's been times like her and her cousin argue over shit. I'm like, nah. Either y'all gonna fucking share or I'm gonna take it and nobody gets it.
Yeah,
but their parents, it's like, oh no, it's theirs. Like no, it's theirs.
And
you know,
see that, and
that's crazy.
But it's, I mean, I say all that to say that I was fortunate enough to have a system around me that where I had enough to look at so I didn't feel like I was missing as much as I felt I was missing. Internally, I internalized a lot, so I wasn't expressive necessarily of that feeling of not, you know what I'm saying? And then more so I had siblings, so I had other people to look to and look at, or just hope to be around rather than not having anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were older, so like I say, like, and my mom just, my mom cared enough to allow us to be our own people. Of course, here's some information. You know what I'm saying? Here's an idea of things. Here's what things look like. This is the way I see life. This is the way, you know what I mean? These are reasons I do things. getting that explanation and I'm being taught, processing. I'm being taught how to mentally process things, being taught reasoning.
I feel like my dad
Is
did a
love
lot of
anywhere in that?
And I
Hell
believe every
'cause
bit of it is love because
why
it's a
would
choice.
why would you take, like, if you didn't love and care for somebody, why would you try to, like, sit down and explain something like that to them? Like, that's actual valuable shit that you could use throughout the rest of your life.
Yeah, for
That's
sure. But
that's hindsight though. I'm talking about
in the moment,
as a kid.
yeah, in the moment, you don't know anything is what it is. I mean, but I also.
He was like, what did you say? Is that love? I feel like, yeah, that's love to, like, sit down and actually teach.
I'm not saying
somebody
I'm
and
saying
go
like
through it.
But do you recognize it as love as a kid?
Oh, as a kid,
Is that what you mean?
no. I'm thinking I'm asking like you're saying the things you're learning, but I'm asking what's love got to do with it? Like
Yeah.
while you're saying those things,
Yeah, all I think love has to do with all of that aside, because I believe love to be a choice. I mean, you choose to, because of the fact I've always believed personally that everyone is capable of being loved, and everyone can be, and you can personally love just about anyone. Depends on whether or not you care to see the love in them. You know what I mean? And that's me. That's my personal opinion about it. but because at the end of the day, when people fall out of relationships in not so amicable ways or cordial manners, you choose to see what you didn't care to take the time to see before or acknowledge before.
Nah,
because you're growing to love someone, and you, for the most part, I believe we want to give each other the benefit of the doubt, and that's also what creates that little bit of hardness in you to resist or just be reluctant about allowing people that close to you. You know what I mean?
Nah, I've given people the benefit of the doubt. I've gotten positive results and I've gotten very negative results.
Yeah, that's it's gonna happen.
the ebb and the
it's
flow
like,
of human consciousness.
Yo, you just got to know who you're dealing with.
I mean,
That too.
I believe that definitely is a nail on the head there. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know how to deal. You got to know who you are. I believe
that too.
You definitely have to know who you are. It's as much as it's hard. It's not easy to say. How many of us really know who we are?
See,
how long it take before you really felt like you had an idea of who you are? Actually, I believe, because I first thought I knew who I was, and then I realized I didn't know who I was. But all the time, I really realized that I wasn't sure of who the fuck I was.
I feel like you start getting, and this might sound crazy, a grasp of it at like 2021, because that's when you get that real freedom. And then by the time you probably turn like 27, 28, then you start, the gears start really turning. Not saying that they wasn't turning before, not saying that, I'm saying you didn't have a handle on it, but then it's just like, yo, you got the like, you got the rest of your life, so like, yo, what's good?
I personally feel as though my mistakes have
definitely help me out.
When I make mistakes is when I feel like I learn more about myself.
Shit, when I don't make a mistake is when I learn the most.
Nah, when I make mistakes, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
like when you're about to do it and then you don't do it. It's like a super jump up.
That. I mean,
not like you're about to do it, but like you're about to fall into it, like on just like absentmindedly.
Yeah, it. That's when because I believe you get to a point of of thinking to yourself, stop bullshitting. I mean, for me, I be like, all right, stop bullshitting, like stop bullshitting, because I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of logical thinking people or rational thinking people. Just, you know what I'm saying? No, because I didn't say anything. But
That's what I'm like.
Yo.
Oh wow. That was hilarious.
Oh shit. You get to the point of thinking to yourself, what the fuck do I need to do? And rather than attempting to create excuses, you just tell yourself, but stop bullshitting.
Get to work.
Tell yourself to stop bullshitting.
Make sure your workers play.
That's a different level of living. Because you are now conscious. Not woke. You are now conscious. Now you are conscious of what you're attempting to do on a day-to-day basis. Every action, every move you make is a conscious effort. Isn't rather than just the impulsive or fleeting thought coming about that tells you to stand up. You make the conscious effort and put the thought into standing up. Now you're exercising all the muscles that were asleep, dormant. Which
Mental
is
ones, physical ones,
yo,
stretching.
those sensory muscles, all of these things. It changes for sure. It changes for sure. But of course, you are still human. That
And nothing but stop trying to be fucking.
that's something to
super
work
cool.
on. That's you have to work on that remaining conscious of your efforts. That is that is real talk. That shit is real talk. That shit is real talk out here, man. That shit real talk. It also becomes
Conscious.
no, yo, for real, yo. No, on some real shit though. It for me personally, it gets a little scary. It gets a little scary because
I don't want to say that shit hard, but
no, it isn't easy. It's not simple because you now have you set a standard for yourself.
yeah, man. Yo,
That's discipline. That's the discipline behind it. It's
I'm not gonna say as a parent. Yeah, as a parent, that shit is harder because it's like
where you put your L tight.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's tight.
I'm gonna put a timer on and be like, where the fuck this nigga? Like, how long until this nigga find this shit? Well, as you were saying,
As a parent, it's like,
Yeah,
yo, you worrying about you and somebody else.
yeah, for sure.
It's not just you.
It's
not like,
simple.
all right, wake up and do
not
this, do
simple.
that, and you could just do this whenever. You could just do that whenever.
Yeah, because you have to do everything else that you
Yo,
had to already do to
wipe
maintain and
that
take care of
baby's
yourself.
ass. Go wipe
Yeah.
that baby's ass.
Yeah, nah.
Go feed the child.
I mean, at the same time, in the same token, the difficult things aren't the responsibilities. The difficult things are having to allow the world to have a turn. And that's
the responsibility of responsibility.
yeah, that's that weight when the child leaves the house, that's the hard shit. I mean, getting the sleepless nights are difficult because you need some sleep.
What do you mean when the child leaves the house? Do you mean like
I mean,
At what-
every time the child leaves the house.
no, but
with
I
you,
like-
without you.
what at what point? Like, cause some people,
When they're 2 days old and their
Yeah,
grandmother takes
at
them.
every point in time, because that's the way. That's what I'm saying. Like at this, I was 21 when my nephew was born, and
This nigga said, like that was the most fucking interesting in the world.
Oh, nah, because I
Nah.
thought
I know. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up, E. This guy.
No, but some real shit. I felt so unprepared.
Unprepared.
And he's my nephew. That ain't my son.
Yeah, like what, nigga?
It's my nephew.
Yeah.
I felt unprepared because in my head, I'm like, damn, son, I wanted to have my kid. What you had your kid? What the fuck? That shit is mad funny. It's mad funny. Like I wanted my kids to grow up with my siblings' kids. They were fortunate enough to have them. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the image in my head. You know, but of course,
because that's the norm.
that's not even. That's selfish as fuck. Because who said they wanted kids?
Nigga, Kenny would be out here with 5 kids right now if he had kids already.
If I was not, but nah. Because, nah. Just catching. I'm just one. You got one, I got one. I'm not racing.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just me in my head. I'm thinking like this nigga Kenny would have had
Yeah,
5 kids. He would have been having a whole field. I'm so okay.
A little fucking army.
Maybe.
He would have had a whole little team.
Maybe.
Starting, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever you're gonna do.
With just one though. With just one of them things. Because
Everybody in the
Congratulations,
garden. Everybody
Listen.
stretching. Everybody playing sports. Everybody reading.
Yeah.
Everybody doing public speaking somewhere.
Nah, B. I would love for that. I would love if God willing, I'm fortunate enough to have kids. I would love for them to be able to take all that I had stored in me, built in me, to be able to utilize it to the fullest extent. I mean, I'm not nowhere near done. I'm saying I can't say I don't know. I hope I'm not done.
Nah, you're not
bugging.
You got mad chapters.
Yo,
Stop it.
It's just, we didn't even start yet, bro.
the crazy thing.
We kept pump faking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, bro, because I really do.
In the gym with the...
I really do in my head. I really try as much as I can, I guess. And that, not to say that I'm afraid to live, but you know what I mean, to sit back there sometime, like any whatever, yeah. But that doesn't mean, it's to not do anything. It would be the worst thing to not do shit. But of course, I'm just, you know what I mean. At the same time, you can't rush your journey
at all.
You can't rush your journey, and you can't magically appear where you think you should.
But you better rush your bullshit.
Yo, you know what it is? You
Rush
know what
on
it
that.
is? It's been changing recently. It's everybody thinks life is so short. Life ain't long as hell. You know what I'm saying? It can be, but life ain't super short. It is for some people, but I guess that's a thing in the universe and the plan or whatever. People think life ends so fast, so they're literally willing to do so much bullshit when they're younger, not realizing, like I just said, you have so many more chapters ahead of you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the older people are saying it these days more often than not, is the fact that you live more when you're older because you're older.
You have so much more experience. You've
actually set yourself up in life.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, say you did want to do some bullshit. If you're older, you know what not to do. You know what to avoid. You just have more experience. I don't know. It's just me plugging some shit out there.
You gotta be fortunate enough to make it there. Not to say that there aren't people.
I just mean older. Like even high,
and when you're at that
30s.
age, it's not bullshit. It's some positive recreation or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just some lax time.
You know what? Yeah. Just avoid the dog poo on the floor. Just, you know what I'm saying? You got this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easier said than done, of course. But I think that's the thing I get to now. Like I've said, being comfortable with the way you will and do necessarily impact the universe. But also, I want to say applying effort into fully understanding the walk, so to speak, so you're not just aimlessly walking. Not to say that you're not still walking the path even if you are aimlessly walking, because of the fact that that's just maybe where you are at the moment. But it is to say that the effort is definitely necessary, because it's not just done for you. Nothing is just done for you. Because of the fact of the matter is free will. So it's not to say that anything.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Nothing is set in stone, because it's
I don't
like you have a
to.
choice. Everything is a choice. You could have went this way.
So
Anything and everything.
In essence, you're saying to love or not to love.
More or less. It's It's tough. No. All jokes aside, because I would say love yourself enough to be able to love more often than not. Which every time I'm approaching a door, any door, I'm approaching a door, and there's another person approaching the door. They're behind me, close enough. I'll hope the door open.
Yeah,
because I
Door,
love you.
the door will be held open every time. Not every fucking time. The door is being held open. It's not even a thought to me. It's just done.
If I don't notice you, I'm gonna say my bad when you open the door.
Yeah,
and
literally.
try to hold it.
For real.
I almost look back to make sure nobody else is coming, so I don't just let the door swing,
Yeah.
because
I usually do.
it's that simple.
But people be on their ninja shit and be coming out of nowhere.
But also I can't say that I would be the first person to jump in front of a bus for someone,
Oh, nah.
I know you was about to say something like that.
because you can't not take it there, and that's because you. No, it's
was
not.
thinking,
To,
like,
it's
going,
not to
like,
say
push
this is a
somebody out of the
reoccurring. It's
way.
Saving
always.
somebody
This
from the
is,
subway.
but it is to say that
I could push somebody, like, I'll push somebody out of the way. If, like, I get hit, then I get hit. It was meant to happen. But, like, if I see, I'm not going to jump and, like, purposely, meaningfully know I'm a part. I'll do it for some people.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to. It's if you are if I believe if we are there enough, then you don't have to risk your life to save another. If we're there enough, then and we consider enough and we care enough, you'd be like, hey, yo, step back from the curb, because you know that's dangerous.
And that bus driver would be like, "Oh, yo, let me
sorry,
pay
I'm
attention to
just-
what's going on right
Yeah,
here.
and
These
that's-
pedestrians on the
anime
street."
bullshit. Just niggas just walking down the street and
Yo,
Shrek
but that
Coons
too,
just come out of here
you
nowhere.
you never know.
And that's what I'm saying.
In real life, you never know. That's why it's hard to just say rule anything out, because
They gotta lead with love.
yeah, and yeah.
Cuts out a lot of bullshit.
Can you
It cuts a lot.
love the human race as a whole?
Takes time, because people are doing some wild and crazy things.
'Cause
Everywhere
like I just
you,
said, like I'm willing to,
Everywhere
know what I'm
you
saying, push somebody
go.
out of the way, like almost getting hit.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I love the human race, but there are y'all be fucking wildin'.
yeah,
Y'all be fucking wild. It's
I mean,
some stuff that I don't like about it.
yeah, of course. I mean, personally, I think human beings are incredible.
Niggas saying y'all like you're not part of it.
Human beings,
Mr. Scroot.
Yo, and that part too is I try to include myself when I'm thinking about
AI.
when I think to criticize humans, I think of myself
Yeah,
as well.
I bring it to myself. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying? do
But we are all human beings. That's why it's it gets to the point of
that. Like, I have my moments. Well, I'm just being petty. I don't
yeah,
mean
but
I'm just talking
it
shit.
also gets to the point of how I don't know what the word would be, but how is it you think so much of yourself that you disregard the fact that you are a human being first?
Why are you talking about
So-
it for?
So it's like, so we all have
If the
a
shoe
human
fit.
nature. We all have human nature at the end of the day. However you feel, we all have human nature. And you can't discard, discredit, discount, dismiss,
No matter how much money you
redefine
got.
any of that. That is what it is. Because we are what and who we are as a species and a being. And we are definitely incredible, but that's also what creates that sadness, because there is a sense of love there for the fact that we are all human beings. So it's difficult that we have these difficulties with each other and one another. How do you feel as though you're incapable of actually just respecting another person? I understand how you all feel about yourself within history, but how is it we really have yet to understand fully just how to just respect one another without reference to any specific thing? Because listen, don't listen, feel it. That human nature, that thing in you, that human nature, we all have the same shit. We're just who we the fuck are individually. That's how incredible we are. We can all be the same exact thing individually. Individually. We wouldn't be able to exist if we didn't have the individuality. We wouldn't be individuals. You look at ants. Every ant, for the most part, looks like another ant. They got some different colors and shit like that. They got some different features and shit like that. There's some ants that fly. But ants are ants.
You know what I just thought about? Like, people. Like, just to go into like a base sense of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if people, actually did this, but you can either, like, if you don't know what else to do in life, and you just have people around you, and that's it. You just have people, and then obviously nature or whatever, blah blah. But you don't like the experience between people. Or if all you know is just that they're there, and that if you do these certain things, you can make new people. And I'm thinking like, is it like, how do people get to the other part of like, not just not being together? Like, where did the friction come from?
You know what it is?
It made me think like love, like you either like, because like it goes to the basis survival. That's what I'm thinking. Survival, evolution. In order to survive, you have to procreate and you have to eat. And if all you know is like if you can't love this person, you're gonna eat them.
Yo, you know what it is?
And then if somebody tries to eat you, what do you do to them? Do you gotta eat them back? You fight them? And then that how this shit all start?
Yo, you know what it is?
Primal.
Somebody had to eat somebody. It was like, nah, I'm hungry. Like, there's no food. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to cook. I don't want to eat this shit on a tree. So now I gotta bite you.
Yo. Fuck.
Yo, you know what it is? Yo, people.
And then they like, hold on, wait, I don't like how that feels. And then they're like, wait,
that's
punch?
Deep. That's deep.
Kick?
Do you know where you'd have to be to really eat somebody? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, that's deep. Chill. Don't do it. Don't.
But I'm like, yo, because I always try to think about like, where does this come from?
Disclaimer.
But yo, that's what I was about to say. People just don't like.
Who knows?
Disagreeing. Like some people just don't like disagreeing. Like literally, a parent will disown his child or their child for.
Yeah, but okay, we get that. There's mad disagreements, but how do we break that down? How do we break that down? How do we stop those things from
everybody
happening?
just living their life and being okay with somebody else's decision?
I mean, well, here's the other.
Unless it's hurting somebody, it's just like, come on.
I mean, but then in their perception, it's hurting them.
A serial killer? No, like a kid my child was not a bad person. Your child went to a school, a Walmart, or whatever, and just like shot up and killed a bunch of people because they were having a bad day or a bad life. Like, come on.
I believe
different
that we have to get away from claiming there are good and bad people and understand we have good and bad intentions. Okay. And we just have human nature to deal with and go off of.
Flow of human consciousness.
And also we also have free will. So it's not that anyone is necessarily a good or a bad person. They just make really shitty decisions. Like, and they don't understand.
Calm waters.
They either
talking
about. Oh shit, these guys. But I mean, either you understand, either you don't care, or you don't fully understand.
Like, I have bad days.
You
I'm gonna murder everybody.
you either don't care or you don't fully understand. Or what's the or? What would the or be? What would it be if you? Well, how do you kind of care? How do you kind of care if you fully understand? And that's my question. How is it you only kind of care if you fully understand? And not to say that we could all or anyone does or doesn't fully understand, but because I can't say that I fully understand. I just feel deeply about a lot of things as far as how we all affect one another.
I understand consequences.
Without it doesn't. We don't have to. We don't have to touch one another in order for us to affect one another. People have jobs. People have roles in this world, in life, where they're playing a position and they can make a decision that could just affect your whole life. They didn't talk to you. You don't know them. You've never met them. You don't care about them. They don't care about you. But they're making decisions that affect your life. That little bit of information should have all of us giving a little bit more of a fuck about each other. No, I don't know you. No. But if I swerve and hit your car and you lose control, you flip, now I have to know you. Now I have to know who you're connected to. That's why every life matters. Everything means something. No, every life doesn't have to matter to your selfish ass. And everything doesn't have to mean something to you. It's not what it means. It literally just means understand that there are other people things are connected to and people are connected to. Not just you. You're not the only one out here. You're not the only one that exists. Nobody could do anything. Nobody could be an entrepreneur if there weren't people to
buy your shit,
consume their shit. So yeah, you did it by yourself. You fucking supposed to. Unless you get some help or until you can get some help. Cause there's something funding shit. There's something, the funds are coming from some fucking where. You're providing something, of course. It's a trade. Of course. But there ain't shit to trade if there are people to trade with. That's where I'd be like, how do you just not care just a little bit more than pretending to care? Don't pretend to care if you don't really care. Just actually care. It probably would go a lot better. But the pretending to care is just like asinine. Because why would you? How would you come? You allow yourself. You really big yourself to pretend to give a fuck.
I got you.
You gotta give a fuck. And that's not to say that you give a fuck about the people who have nothing to do with what is giving you the life you're you know what I'm saying? But it is to say that the level of care you implement in what you do and what you provide is what's necessary. And that is not easy to do on a large scale because mass production usually ends up with boosters. That's why we got booster shots and shit. Because mass producing human nature is dangerous. No, I don't fully understand that either, but shit, if you think a little bit about it, you might have more of an idea about that than you think.
If you think about how they said people lived,
oh man,
in like, you know, in the textbooks they say people lived like they were in kingdoms.
Yeah,
and they had just the serfs, as they would call them, or just anybody lower than the
royalty.
The royalty, yeah. Anybody lower than royalty. It's like those people didn't care.
Exactly.
So it's like we asking about this for this time period when it's been going on.
Yeah.
For however long, if that's true,
which is becoming,
and then I'm thinking like, and then I have to reel it back to like, okay, let me go think about the 1950s. Was it like that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then
we just didn't know.
And was it like that in the 1800s and like in the 1700s and in the 200s?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Innovation in business.
So then
there's always been
asking the question. I'm thinking like it's kind of like we're putting not to take blame off of people or not to take responsibility off of people, but it's like we like putting mad pressure on people when it's like it's been centuries of just I don't care.
It's
just put on people. Like to me it feels unfair. Like even after my years and years of hounding people of just not caring and me not caring.
Honestly,
also, it feels unfair for us to sit here and talk about it like this, and it's like
completely.
Damn, it's been centuries of this, so it's like.
How do you stop it?
We gotta speak in a more healing manner than just like berating people and being like,
yeah, for sure. No, but that feeling comes based off more of.
Or maybe that's just
for
simping.
Me.
That's just simping for people. Maybe that's the.
Nah, not even that. The frustration I get from thinking about it is not. And is not frustration with the people who are victim and subject to the effects of that which sets things in motion. My frustration is with the fact that we do just choose to continue this shit. And by we, I mean those in the particular positions. And that's not even the people that we regard or see or believe are in the position. It's the people in the actual positions who remain hidden. They remain hidden. And no, not to say that there aren't people you can probably locate when you do the research. But it is to say for the most part they've hidden themselves in plain sight. And been able to hide themselves in plain sight and allow people to just, you know what I'm saying, to develop ideas and thoughts behind things while allowing people to believe one thing or another. And that's not to say that anybody is wrong or right. It's just to say that at the end of the day, you can only do you and hope for the best. That's literally that's the conclusion I come to. Because, well, naturally, we have to make sacrifices in order to just improve, period. Improve ourselves personally. You have to make sacrifices. If you want to improve something, there's going to be a sacrifice that you make. Whether you understand it then or later, sacrifices are being made. So it's not to say that anything or everything just comes without a price. Everything comes with a price. The people that we believe to be in those positions have sacrificed a great deal. Some of them their whole families. Without, I want to say without a conscious, intentional effort. It was more or less just cause and effect, you know. Because you chose this, the effect is this, the result is this. It's not necessarily that you physically made, you know what I'm saying, made the action or set in motion. So it's that you made a decision, which for the most part is the way everything happens and unfolds. Is people make decisions, they take a role, they take something. They choose something, on not necessarily understanding the result of it. Like the officer that they titled the dirtiest cop in New York. When he unknowingly made the decision to accept something or accept or take part in something, the effect he had no idea of until he at the end of his road. Now, speaking on it, telling everybody his story, you know what I mean? And that's one individual in one point and part of our society. You can't, we can't even fathom.
I was about to say,
how many
is he the dirtiest one? We don't even know.
It's the one we know.
The
one that was caught, and that's everything, everywhere, every point in society. There's another group of or population of community of people partaking in or doing something, involved in something that is fucking people up.
Shady.
And that's not to say that they themselves are physically doing the act, like, but it's to say that, and that's when J. Cole said the shit, we all sold out. He had that interview, that famous clip of him saying, we all sold out. We all sold out. We all going to work. Everybody playing a role. So everybody sold out. Everybody sold out. But at the same time, it's how can you actually blame anybody? Because you need to make a living. You need to survive. And so you need to earn a living. It ain't given to you. How does that work? Well, jobs, work. You need to order, in order to receive any type of compensation of any sort, you need to work for it.
With your skills.
And before there was the compensation before there was a paper was bartering trade. Skill for his, hey, you do this, I do that.
I give you 3 pieces of meat.
But what would you trade? What would you trade if you knew how to build somebody's house? What would you have to give me that's worthwhile for me to build a house, a home for you, a shelter? I can build you shelter. What can you give me?
It probably. So I feel like back then they did. All right, you do this. Like, you get. So it would probably be like somebody had a farm. You get this amount of meat for this long. You get eggs. You get bread. We give you cheese for. I feel like it would be like over time because like.
Wait, you thinking this is America? This is a system of things happening. It's not just you do what you want.
He said back in the day, right? Or are you talking about now?
No, I'm just. That's just an idea. It's like, what would you trade? What would be worth trade
for a house?
For the skill of building shelter.
Now or back
just
then?
In general.
No, it depends. If we talk about back then,
no, we're talking about in general because you can't say back then because back then it's like they had people that were going to build houses. It's not like it's just somebody that builds houses. Like, oh, hey, I build a house. What you gonna give me something for that?
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna do this now.
Exactly.
It wasn't like that. It's like a team of people go build this house because somebody said go do this. And they're building houses because they own this land.
Mm.
So then I feel like you have to pay somebody money.
Unless you're gonna go back further than that.
Yeah,
because I'm talking.
But
about,
other than that, they're building
like,
a house to survive. It's not like
days.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like it wasn't like
probably trading daughters. Honestly,
yo,
Dad,
if you want to go back then, that's what it was doing.
But
I'm talking about fucking
the value of that was procreation.
Yeah,
lineage.
Especially if you was royalty.
You now can create lineage, and that's not. Well, I can't say you can't. We can't say it wasn't. But
they still.
Well, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Well, that's how it is. That's how it is. It's just that's how it is. It's just not it's not formal, and it's not arranged in that manner. You're still.
Sure,
you want to. I mean, to an extent and to a degree, if you bring someone you claim you intend to mate with around those who brought you into this world in some way, you're seeking approval. I mean, well, I don't know. You'd have to come from decent people, I would believe.
Well,
because I'm not going to say that I would like my family to choose who I choose to. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, me personally,
your life is your life.
No, not even. I get along with my family. I love my family. I appreciate my family, and I want my family in my life.
Gotcha.
And I want to be in my family's life.
So you want to.
Therefore, I want my kids to be in my family. Therefore, my wife would need just as much I need to be in her life, in her family. You know what I'm saying? these are two tribes now coming together. That's the way I interpret this. You feel me? So
That's the way it should be.
I as much as the person I'm choosing to love is who I'm choosing to love, that shit got my family gotta fuck with you. And you gotta fuck with my family. I ain't saying you gotta love everybody. I'm just saying, cause it's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their, but respect them, cause they're gonna respect you. I don't have to expect them to. They just will. That's kind of people they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost as if they if we can't be in, if we can't spend time with each other and our families, you know what I'm saying, then it's gonna be tough. Cause I like my family. I like spending time with my family. I don't mind spending time with you. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a little weird to me if we can't spend time with your family, or if you don't want to spend time with your family, or you don't want to spend time with my family. Because what the fuck are we talking about? Because I'm gonna have kids. We gonna have kids. If we, you know what I'm saying? I would like to have kids. So
gotta play.
Kids just gonna know their family.
That too.
And like having my nephew over, that should be the best. It just I can't. That's why it'd be hard. I feel bad. I feel bad when people don't have that sense of family. You feel me? Like that's where that's where the love comes from. And it would.
I mean,
it's unfortunate that not everybody has that, and not everybody can have that. Not necessarily because of anything particular, but not everybody. Well, yeah, love. Everybody has their own love language. Everybody loves differently, but I would kind of almost assume that human nature allows us to have a general understanding of love and what, you know what I mean? But at the same time, because you could say that someone who wants to choose their child's college for them isn't allowing them something. You know what I'm saying? You could have that feeling, that sentiment, but at the same time, their love could be that I want to make sure. I want to ensure that my child gets what I feel they deserve. So
you can't do that though. You should. I don't feel like you should do that with every child. You should know your child.
Well, that's your opinion, of course. I'm not, and I don't agree with that shit either. But there are people who have their child's life mapped out for them. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy.
It's not a bad thing.
Exactly, I understand.
But at the same time, that's why I say I appreciate the fact that my mom allowed me the understanding of free will and let me know what it is she would like to see for me. But also let me understand that there are choices and decisions I have to make on my own. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, like even being a parent, like watching your child grow up, knowing, like literally having kids, like everything isn't gonna go perfect to plan. So it's like, yo, you're a grown ass person. You should know everything ain't gonna be perfect. You shouldn't sit here and try to, like, I guess always like fight with your kids. Like at least try to understand them or something like that. Like level with them. Like I get down on my knees when I talk to Sav. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tower over you all the time. Like that's crazy. Like
no,
we can sit here and talk. Like she'll cry if a kid comes around, but it's like she'll usually stop, so I'll sit there and try to talk to her, and then she still tries to cry, and I'm like, calm down. I'm not going to sit here and keep yelling at you. Calm down. We can sit here and talk. Because now, like, she's getting to that age of, like, before, she would talk and a little bit, but now she's, like, putting shit together.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we could talk.
It's
hard.
It's a lot.
Like,
It's a lot there. It's a lot there. And that's what that's my thought process behind a lot of shit. I be like,
she's only 4, so imagine when a kid is like 18 and they could really talk and tell you how they feel or however emotion. Nigga,
and not even understand it. Still not even understand. That's the other part. We can talk, but you can't even understand exactly what you thinking, processing, how you feeling about that shit. But you have an idea. You think you have an idea, but I mean, I think about shit now, and I still be like, I don't even fucking. I really don't even know because it could just go so many ways, so many different ways to flip it and turn it on its head. But at the end of the day, it also feels as though there is a basis or just a ground level or general, you know what I'm saying, consensus that we should be able to draw about things. No, your child, your child doesn't have to go to public school, or, you know what I'm saying, but it's up to you. It's up to you what you want for them. But it isn't to say that either school is better than the other. It's about what the child is offered and what's instilled in the child.
Yeah, I feel like when they're younger, they should. Know what I'm saying, they like if you were saying, like if you want to send them like public or private school, like that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying, like you're sitting there trying to like do their development, like that's cool. But like as they get older, you can't sit there like at college and stuff like that. Like if you feel like you did your job and you raised your kid like the way that they should be raised and they have a good head on their shoulders and stuff like that, then you should let them choose their own college. Like that's just how I feel personally. Like you could put your suggestion out there and then, you know, like you've been raising them I graduated at 17, 18 years old, or like, you know, maybe if they graduated at 19, like
my two cousins, two of my cousins on my father's side. One, my older cousin, she's about like 4 or 5 years older than me. My younger cousin, she's maybe, oh shit, I want to say like 6 years younger than me, maybe. Yeah, we're 6 years younger than me, and maybe more than that. I don't even know. Gosh, how old you are? But my older cousin, she went to private school, graduated, St. Anthony's, everything like that. My younger cousin, she started at private school at a young age, but she wasn't having it. she wanted no parts. She wanted to go to public school. So she went to public school. It was just funny to me. It's just funny because I'm like, damn.
Who's older? Oh wait, their cousins not.
Well, they're sisters.
Oh, okay. So yeah, who was older? The girl that was going to private school.
Yeah, she's the first. She's the
firstborn. So then the parents
gotta do what the fuck. Well, you gotta do what I say. That's what I be saying. But my younger cousin, yeah, when you're the younger one, you're not subject to a lot of stuff because, but also, I believe she just had the opportunity to be more vocal. My older cousin, of course, you know. You're the first one. You're the start of the lineage of. Yo, where it's real. It's real to me. Now I think about that. I'm like, yo, this real. Like it's real. Your role is real. It's not a game, yo. Your role is serious. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for her. Like, and she had to study. She actually had to study.
Me too.
Because I believe the way that it's all about how you process things, how you understand things, will determine how hard you actually have to work at things.
Yeah.
And also some people just have the ability to memorize things. Some people have really good memory, which allows them to recall without even understanding what they're doing. They just do it. But
that's how I got through school.
Huh?
That's how I got through school.
Yeah, see, not me. Not me. Nah, but my young cousin, school was light for her. Like, she didn't really study like that. She did well. My older cousin did she set the standard for her. set the motherfucking standard, yo. Now she doing she does she went to school for psych, so yeah, she understands. She got a master's and everything. So, but yeah, my young cousin, she went to St. John's, I believe. Yeah, but it just they did well in school. They did well. They like, but it's just the difference. And yeah, of course, my aunt wanted one of my young cousins to go to private, but she wasn't having it. Like, and at the end of the day, it does come to a point where you kind of, you don't want to put a wedge between you and your child, but you also don't want to just let them have their way or allow them to believe that anything is going to be just plain and simple.
Yeah.
But you know, it's up to you to challenge them. It's not, you send them for education. For who they are is on you, and whether or not you want them to have work ethic is not the intelligence doesn't come from education. The basic background knowledge comes from education. The intelligence comes from the upbringing and what's instilled in you, what's given to you. School isn't supposed to teach you how to be. It's supposed to just teach you the information that's available to us and that's necessary for us to know and understand. It is necessary. It's necessary to have an idea and an understanding of the elements of life. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. No, but on some real, it's not unnecessary. It's not nonsense. It's a reason for stuff. It's a reason for things. There's a time where we didn't even understand what we were. Astronomy, didn't even understand they were doing astronomy or just studying astronomy, observing astronomy, utilizing astronomy as a tool, navigating. Before we even understood what any of the geography, all of this, before there was a way to define, hey, this is what this is. They had to define it. We had to define it.
Had to experience it.
Yeah, exactly. Experience brings definition. It's like you're doing a spelling bee. They spell this word. Can you use it in a sentence? So I can better imagine and understand the word I'm trying to spell and convey. That's different. Man. Goodness gracious. And what's love got to do with it for real? Like what we're doing to Deion Sanders right now is
people are bugged out.
That's atrocious. It's why we gotta do that, yo? This man is making a decision. And of course, it will affect people. But not like how y'all saying. In my opinion. It's unfortunate that it's affected the people it has affected the way it has. Because it's just sad that
first thing we do is go tear somebody down.
Yeah, man. And more importantly, not the
first thing we do,
but the
first thing people do.
Did you hear what the did you read actually the I don't know his title for the Jackson State. I believe he's the president. I don't know what the fuck. Without doubt. But the nigga I'm assuming he runs the show. But this motherfucker said this man had the nerve to say that he wants him to fail. Oh, sheesh. No, he said that. He said he wants him to fail because he feels as though okay, I'm not gonna. I just know that particularly stood out to me. I didn't really read into the other words that he expressed because of the fact that you just really vocally expressed wanting to see someone fail. That's sad. And you are running an HBCU, or putting air quotes around that, because y'all disgust me sometimes, fam. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like feeling like that. But because what?
Falsehood?
Nah, not even. But
scam train?
How? How? He just came. He came to the school. He did 3 years. He spent 3 years with the school. He and his son. His son is a part of this. He put his lineage through your school.
How dare you be something else? How fucking dare you change
Not even.
on us?
It's not. He's not being something. He's just going to coach another school. But it's.
How dare you change? And that's the thing.
It's not even
People
changing.
Don't like change.
I don't even think that's.
It is changing schools. People don't like change. People don't like change. Everybody wants to stay in the same cycle. He's changing schools.
Yeah, but but it was more specifically the fact that he's going to Colorado University, not a HBCU. I just don't understand people. You all need. No, I'm sorry. You don't need to do anything.
How dare you have an opinion different than everybody else's in the norm? And it's just like, my life.
Nah, not even that. It's how is it people bring how is it people we bring ourselves to feel as though
we're entitled to make opinions about other people?
Nah, not even. We're entitled to make decisions for other people's lives. Like how is it we get to that point? As much as you could feel, you have every right to feel how you do about him deciding to leave that school. But to really believe he's wrong for leaving the school to go coach elsewhere and not at another HBCU.
How dare he?
We keep talking about we keep talking about the fight we want to acknowledge rather than the fight we need to acknowledge. It's like stop abortions or don't encourage abortions or don't encourage these certain things, but which one of you are going to house the neglected?
The man's gonna take care of it.
How many of you can count how many of there are neglected? I can't. There's too many. And just because there's people there doesn't mean they're not neglected. For the most part, those are the most neglected.
That right there.
The absence is absent. At least there's somebody that can fill the role there and provide a better outlook or representation that everybody claims they want to see. You know how many representations we've had that have literally been assassinated? Or just slowly put to sleep so we don't really ever know about it?
Did you hear about the I'm sorry, talking about representation. The 3 Bitcoin, not Bitcoin investors, the 3 cryptocurrency, they were like the head investors or whatever, and they went fucking missing. Or like they got killed or some shit.
Who knows? And that's the other thing. It's all conspiracy theories, but fucking the theory is close enough to the truth. You could think.
The thing is, everybody's like, nah, that couldn't happen. Nah, they don't do that. Nah, yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, but
and the crazy thing is, sometimes
can't believe everything happens, but it's hard to believe that none of these things, none of these theories. Yeah, nah, come on, man.
You can't deny everything.
It's hard to deny everything because you will always hear a story you didn't think you would, and it may seem similar to another crazy story, but it's different because it's somebody else's. That's how crazy this is.
Nah, he was like that already. He was all fucked up in the head. Yo, remember? Nah, yep. I don't remember.
Jalen Smith. Fucking shout out to the young man of Arkansas State who just was elected mayor. The first, well, no, not the first, but the youngest. The youngest, 18 years of age.
Okay.
A mayor.
Fine.
A fucking mayor. A mayor. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Fucking amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. You know, the voting is necessary. It's needed. It's needed. It needs to be done.
Is it rigged?
Nigga.
Of course it is. But it's
You
only
talking
rigged
about-
because you're not going to find a
If that shit's
particular.
fucked up, go somewhere else and vote for some other shit with some other people,
Yeah.
and then bring that vote to the rigged vote.
Listen,
Bring that same vote to the board
I mean,
that talks about the rigged vote.
it's, you know, doing nothing is doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Doing something that does nothing, at least you did something. And
Doing
that's,
something that doing something is doing something.
I mean, listen. If you know what I mean, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But if you don't, then you ain't. And that's the thing about it. And it's difficult because
Do you think that maybe it's not rigged, but they discourage so many of us not to vote that niggas just don't vote?
no,
But the
I think
people who be supporting the bullshit always do go out to vote, so
It's-
they always outvote.
no, it's
Well-
only rigged because
No, but I'm
They
saying,
have-
do you think it's not
no,
rigged?
I'm saying it's only rigged. I believe it is rigged like a motherfucker, but it's only rigged because they have allowed. No, not allowed. They have. Well, no, yeah.
Because
They-
we don't go to the smaller ones and influence those that then influence the other ones and then influence the other ones. It sets a trend.
But
that has
that-
to trickle up.
But further than that, we as a people are still confused about being we the people. Because motherfuckers want to be red, blue, purple, orange, and gray. Rather than just being on one front as the community of people and say, hey, what makes sense, guys?
Well, y'all don't fuck with the color spectrum.
Forget the fact of Republican or Democrat. All the other, and I don't even, and then they create all these other parties just for shits and giggles. There's Democrats and Republicans. That's why the shit is rigged. It's not ever going to, nothing could be what it should be.
But it can be different.
Nothing is gonna be what it should be or could be. And that's not a utopia. That's just fucking logic. Because we all continue to believe Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican.
I did want to ask you because it's
Bro,
and I
Kim
was gonna
McCain.
say it earlier, but
Kim
I was
McCain.
thinking about bringing this to the conversation today.
What?
Like, do you like we're living in a quote unquote democracy, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, we got the Democrats, the Republicans, and then all the other parties for shits and giggles and shit being rigged and whatnot. So we got this democracy.
Mm-hmm.
If a democracy is something that was created in, was it Greece or Rome, one of those two places?
And
Anyways,
democracy sounds like a Greek.
when it was the majority rule, whatever. It was one of those places. But now we're supposed to be a variation of that. But with how things are going and how, you know, how people are just, how we have just become so numb to things, has it shifted
Athens.
or has it shifted out of a democracy into something
Monster like?
well,
I'm not gonna say monster, just something
this
not
happened-
productive
I believe
for humanity?
I believe a lot happened after the Second War.
It,
Well, I don't believe it's in the fucking history books.
I
A
feel
lot
like-
took place after the Second War.
and democracy like maybe gets in its own way because it's like
So after
Yo,
the nukes
even
happen, there's no
passing a-
more democracy.
No, I'm saying what,
maybe there's too much democracy because like to
No.
pass a law. But yo, hold on.
it ain't
No,
even a
I'm not
democracy,
saying.
though.
I'm just saying, like, not
It can't be too
hypothetically,
much
because the shit
because-
happens. Like, to pass a law, it's like, to pass a law, you have to, like, they have to vote on it, they have to vote on it, they have to vote on it. Which
Yeah, but
is
even
like,
regardless of that, if you're talking about true democracy, it's majority rules. So that escapes all of that shit. It goes to, okay, now we got to go to all the people. We have to facilitate a way so that we get everybody's opinion. It's not bills. We got to write this off. This team of people writes this off. It's if we're talking about the true shit.
Yeah, it's because we have representatives.
Yeah, it's broken down
We're
now
not-
because we have
and
the
that's
variation.
that's why I say that's where this shit is rigged. They have you appointing someone to represent you and how many other fucking people.
I mean,
It ain't just your beliefs no more. It ain't your ideals.
people would say it made sense at the time because there were only so many people.
No, people would say it made sense because nobody wants to have responsibility to make decisions for themselves. And on top of that,
And it goes back to what I was saying about people being lazy since the fucking
yeah,
200s.
but on top of that, it was
second century.
at a time, but also, I take that back because not everybody. It was. I believe there was a great deal and a great number of people who felt and believed that there were honorable or honest individuals who could represent the you know what I'm saying, the lot of them, but also because these people were.
see, but then
Well, who knows? No, these people were regular common folk as well.
Here's-
They just had the desire to
yeah, they were
be a
regular.
part of
They were
whatever
regular ass people. They
committees
were
and
just
shit.
the leaders. It was like somewhat, like Walking Dead. Like Rick never wanted to be the leader. He made the right decisions. Like I feel like that's how shit was back then. Like
Not even
it
making the
was
right
the-
decision. It's just the
the
person.
decision, like for
You have the-
people to keep living and
It's just really
growing
having the
and keep
balls to make
moving
this.
forward.
It takes I believe it takes a tremendous amount of courage. Because if shit goes wrong, it's on you. It doesn't, like, shit going right is who cares? Because if this go wrong, coming for that ass. Hey, you made that decision. But that's why it's not hard to, but it's funny that they make such an emphasis in school about the president, or not say in school, but in general make a lot of emphasis on the president for the fact that he's the chief of defense or whatever. And he has grounds to make the decision if we go to war or not.
That's what I'm saying. Chief of defense. How is the president the chief of defense? Like, what is that?
And
Like,
why
why do
would
we have-
why
why is
would
the
that
chief of
be
defense?
why would that be relegated to that individual who's just a face
Why
of
we
the
fighting?
country?
Why do we have nukes?
Because
why?
that's what I'm saying about war.
After that shit changed. You know what I'm
After
saying?
the
So,
war, after that
Please.
second war, and I don't say the second war because the first war happened, and
we got nukes. Stay ass inside.
Fucking
Yeah.
super spies.
We got viruses. Stay ass inside.
That's another. Are the obviously like James Bond and like super spy movies? Like, yeah, they're fake, but like, how much truth to that shit is that?
we get everything after they
Aliens.
utilize
Stay
it
ass inside.
in some form of way in
what?
combat. If they use it in combat, I believe that we inherit, the public inherits a
Yo,
mainstream form
this
of it.
one time-
GPS was for the armed forces. It wasn't. It just, because of the advancements in our society and things becoming mainstream, they began to offer things to society that really weren't meant for us. Cellular phones, all these things and shit like that. None of that shit was meant for us. It was meant for
Was it because people stopped participating in the census?
Oh wow.
No, I don't believe that.
You sure?
Yeah, because
idea-
there's newspapers still come out.
The idea for GPS.
I mean,
came
just the-
from the.
I only say that because there's still a part of the population, which is a larger part than we even realize, that still is connected in that time.
Nah, yeah, I know, I understand that.
But also, the census also, majority people who have to be a part of, make themselves a part of the census when they I believe, the deeper you get into just societal interactions, like
social media.
mail. You know what I'm saying? When you're getting mail, it means you have a place of residence. That's all these things are a lot. That's where they're taking this information, all that information from, as much as people putting the information in. Yeah. Parents, you know what I'm saying, signing their kids up for school and stuff like that. That census is taken just from that. And,
well, being a parent off the rip puts you in the system.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have the record of the child, the birth, etc., etc.
So the further you go into, you get into the more
involved in the system. You're only
system.
Born once a year, so
I mean, but
think of how many people are born in one fucking year.
But to the parents who keep record and log. That's
what I'm saying. If you have the baby,
you're keeping up with, and you're updating things as you go. How exactly hospital? All of that stuff is being updated. Addresses are always being updated. All these logs are being taken and have been taken and kept and broken down by statisticians and things like that. Yeah, see, you think, oh, that was just a person who studies stats. You don't know shit about stats. Yo, the average person don't know a damn thing about stats. But a statistician understands stats and statistics in a different way.
It's fucking take a statistics
But it's necessary.
class.
It's necessary because of the fact that, you know, there's a record for everything, and there's information in everything. There's information that just needs to be passed on and kept alive, and and just logged because it's just necessary. It really is necessary. It may not be apparent to you because that's not where you're focused on, what you're thinking about, rightfully so. You don't need to be, but it's something to be able to keep in mind. It's a lot to keep in mind. I'm sorry, I don't even fucking know. My bad. It's too fucking much, honestly. Don't even bother. Please.
Would you say that deep down not everybody, but some people are, would you say statistician? Because like, to like gauge the habits of people and shit. Knowing what people are gonna do, like a statistician. Yeah.
Nah, they study statistics.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
reading people's habits.
But no. They study this. They study the records of that. Like when psychiatrists say 5 out of every 15 patients with these particular behavioral patterns or characteristics or character traits, personality traits, show these kinds of things. A statistician will say, okay, how many doctors have had this same study? They can break that shit down to even more. Then they can break that shit down to the population.
5 out of 15 people scratch their head when they wake up. Yeah. Why do they scratch their head when they wake up?
That's a whole broken. Gotcha. They break that down to even more. So
that's the average. That's not even like guaranteed.
Yeah, number. No, I was just saying what he said turned into like a little
statistics. Statistically speaking, pretty much they provide ratio.
That's why a life ruled by numbers is a lie in itself.
But yeah, also real. I mean, now numbers means things because 1 is 1. That's 1. I could be defined 1 as 1. That's 1. It's a finger. It's 1 finger. It's 1 fingernail. It's 1. How many knuckles on this 1 finger? You know.
What about 0?
Speaking of this, my guy Terrence Howard, he was talking about like how he was proving to somebody how 1 times 0 can't equal
0.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because 1 times 0 equals undefined in math. So he's like, that's impossible. They said nowhere in nature it does one thing going to nothing.
Yeah. Like, that would be a black hole.
Turn into nothing.
That would be a fucking black hole.
I was just about to say, unless there's a black hole.
One minus a black hole.
Like one bear without times 1 apple that it doesn't have times no apples, it's still a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
1 tree times no leaves, still a tree.
Yo. Still
so
a fucking tree.
How could something be undefined?
No, stop. Yeah,
And
They-
so he's saying 1
maybe
plus
they were-
1.
maybe
He's
they
saying
were
2 plus
wrong.
2 equals 5.
See?
He's just saying other shit. That's mad
See,
funny.
as much as you may not
And
agree
interesting.
with certain statements or opinions or ideas of people, there's things you can conceptualize about. We can conceptualize.
And then it makes you think about certain things in a different
Yeah,
way.
and it gives you a little bit more of a perspective and a full focused view of life.
But be
rather-
careful because knowledge rules supreme over
Yeah.
nearly everyone. Take that knowledge, if you can use it
Exactly
in your life instead of just
apply it.
debating endlessly
Yeah, it's not
for no reason.
It's not. It's not.
If you
'cause
can
we-
use it,
Yeah,
if
you know.
can't,
We know what
Chuck
we know what we agree and disagree with, but when it comes to things that we should be able to have an understanding about,
Talk it out.
but
Talk
it's
it
not
out.
it's not the simplest or easiest thing to do because of the fact that we all feel how we do about things. You know, I mean, for how long was there, you know, the discussion or the conversation about tobacco? You know what I mean? Although even though it became ingratiated within our society, so kind of on airplanes they were, and wherever the fuck.
Fuck them
It
kids.
ain't even a game.
my mom got mad at me because she said,
Oh,
because I told her that they
crazy.
brought, we went to a smoking restaurant one time, but it was like half smoking, half non-smoking. She was like, we would never do that. They ended that in like the 80s or the early 90s, and you guys were babies by then. And half of you guys weren't even born. I'm like, no, we lived out here. And it was our grandfather's choice. He wanted to go there because he wanted to smoke and eat. And then we was about to get a table and go there. I don't know if he sat there or they walked over there and sat there. And then we just sat in the non-smoking section. And then they eventually came over later, smelling like fucking mad cigarettes, smelling like a
You.
just
Yo,
a
it's
cloud,
crazy.
just
'Cause,
a
like,
hug.
I believe my grandmother used to
Coughing.
smoke in the crib, and we used to obviously be in the crib. My landlord fucking smokes in her house. We'll smell it like through the stairs. Yo, she's been smoking a cigarette like with the grandkids like running around and shit. I'm just like,
Wheezing.
you
Stop.
gonna put that out?
Oh shit. Nah, but,
Coughing.
no, but real life, like
Coughing.
Around the kids, like
Wheezing.
even like I've even put my cigarette out when I've seen them going into the front.
I'm
like
not
when
gonna-
they have the kids.
see,
Not
my
the
great
kids.
great aunts and uncles, they used to.
I'm pretty sure everybody.
we go over their house.
cigarettes
Cigarette
and try.
lit.
My
Yeah,
grandma and
boy.
grandpa was.
They got the cig and the brew. The cig
That's
and
probably
the
why I'm
brew.
doing this right now like this.
Boy, let me tell you.
It's the
And-
Rasta and my grandparents.
And as much as I seen them cigarette commercials with those people who unfortunately had the experience
In the couch like this.
yo, that shit ain't funny. That shit is not fun. But
Oh, you
these
talking about those? I'm not talking
these
about those.
men and women, they was chilling, with ease, and not add natty ice and shit. Yo, oh my god, I love them. Oh, I love them to death, boy. Love them to death, boy.
Yo, one time I think I drank one of my no, I don't think. One time I drank one of my grandmother's beers because I thought it was.
Oh,
like
that's
juice.
your ass.
I thought it was juice.
Soda was soda.
Thought it was
Nah,
iced tea.
pop-
Yo, for real, I was like,
Different
oh,
bubble
this
there,
was
boy.
so, it was so nasty.
So different suds.
It was so nasty.
some different suds there, boy.
Damn boy.
Listen. Nah, that's crazy. Goodness gracious, what is love? Yo, real talk though, man.
What
You
is love?
guys,
What's it got to do with it?
what's it got to? Everything.
What's love got to do with love?
Everything. Everything.
Yeah, I saw something somewhere. It was some social site. I mean, whatever, some social media app. They were saying that relationships are more than love. You know, it's like it takes more than love because like once you get past that love, you gotta decide to like you know actually stick and do the hard things or the things you don't want to do, or just like deal with certain things that it's like, what, huh?
Yeah, what are y'all
And
talking
then-
about?
Move past it. But I'm thinking like,
You supposed to get past that
ain't that
to get
love?
to love. Yeah, no, you get past that shit to get. That's how you
Don't
get
you
to
need
love.
love to, like, you know, be like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do this, and then when those things come up, we here
Yeah.
together. So
That just mean
ain't
y'all,
love the choice to love,
That
or
mean
is love like oh I'm a love you for like give me like I'm gonna give you like 2 years. Yeah, I'm gonna give you like 2 years. So
well,
like,
you got to think. We'll think.
when
well-
when a year and a half come through, I'm gonna start acting different. When I come through the door, just know you got 6 months.
Oh, did you see
Nah.
what was it Tia? What's
You right.
one of the Maury twins? I think she got a divorce from her husband or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. They got like the split or whatever.
Unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
And then she
I
was
say
like,
it's
you know,
unfortunate because I remember when I heard about them being together, I was like, oh snap, that's dope. But then I thought a little bit about the game. And
The show,
yeah,
yo, that show is fire.
that shit was mad fire. But
I
also
hated it too.
I also like.
did y'all know that show was connected to Girlfriends?
No,
Yeah, they share the same universe. I only know that shit because the kid.
I mean I
watched
did.
both of
I
them
didn't
shits.
at first, but I did.
Wait,
Yeah, they
wait,
did
Eventually.
crossovers. They share the same universe
and girlfriends
and the
and
game.
the game.
See, I liked that they had the game,
How did
like,
they-
but I didn't like how the concept started forming.
Somebody
think it was gonna be a
somebody's
drama like that.
cousin.
I don't know how
Because
they.
they had a crossover.
Yeah, nah, but that's a strizz edge. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, but not for me. I don't know. I sound like a damn stretch, though, boy. I don't know why I thought the girlfriends like stopped before the game stopped, and I feel like they wasn't on exactly the same time. I mean, the girlfriend's probably going still, but nah, but I only say the game because you know, I thought to myself, how difficult is it to be married to someone who is an actor?
Just an actor?
What do you mean? Well, when I say actor, I mean
Oh,
actor,
I
actress.
thought you were
man.
about to like start
No,
going
I'm
down the
saying
list,
specifically.
Like,
I'm saying
Oh.
specifically actor.
yeah, I thought you were gonna be like actor, athlete.
No, actors,
Oh, okay.
actors specifically, because you have to essentially, well, not have to, if you decide to take on roles that may involve some things.
Some intimacy.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's. I'm not saying I can't deal with, but no, I am saying that because what the fuck, I can't. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if you acting.
Yeah, nah. Even though I always wanted to be an actor, I did not. I knew like I'm not doing any scenes like that if I have
Yo.
a woman in my life.
Yo, family, I'm just saying it's just a thought to me. You feel me? Because I think
Like,
about that.
it's a lot of respect. Like I don't care.
Think
Like
about
it's not.
Denzel.
Yeah.
You talking about art? Like get out of here. Like
Yo.
no. Like
RD's
art,
nah,
you're in
boy.
love. What do you mean? Like
Yo,
you're in love.
yo.
What do you mean?
God.
This is a piece of art. I'm just respecting the art.
Yo.
I'm putting my passion
'Cause
into my
let me
craft.
tell
Like,
you, 'cause
no.
let me fucking
Like
tell you.
okay, so you love your craft.
Craft
you love your
these
craft
motherfucking
more
bandit-
than you love the
Listen.
person. Hey, I mean,
Listen, nah, B. I couldn't. That was one thing for
if your
me. I was
person
like,
respects it,
that's not a compromise I'm willing to make. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me. And I big ups to anybody that can. It's just for me. For me?
I would not like to.
Motherfuckers go rewatch that scene.
Yeah.
Word.
Like they play that over.
Yo, you know what's crazy? What everybody
Goddamn.
still talk about? What was it? Halle
Berry.
Berry.
Halle
in,
Berry.
Monster
Halle
Ball.
Berry.
Oh.
Like to this day, people still talk about the shit. I never seen the movie in its entirety, so I don't really know the scene.
And that's
But
why.
like you said, like people can literally rewatch that shit.
And I'm not saying that to say that removes or takes away
Yeah, nah.
any possible any intimacy that could be had. It's just for me, you know, the acting you can't acting is acting. It's faking. But the fake is nobody's letting you act if you can't fake well. So so the acting don't look like acting. And it ain't fucking supposed to. Because you're acting. You're displaying an artistic expression, which is under fucking stood. But don't try to come under me now after that shit. Just saying. Maybe I'm a little too sensitive about that. I just can't partake. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'll pass. I'm sure there's somebody else out there. But I personally always thought and felt you probably don't want to be in any serious relationship if you're acting. I would believe believe a comfortability with being in an open relationship. So the fact that you don't have to deal with that.
I mean, yeah, unless you're in like
You know
a
what I
comedy
mean?
movie or some shit.
That deeper attachment, but at the same time, that's not necessarily even that because like.
It's about relationship. Who even care about relationships?
Who cares about relationships?
Some people don't even care about it. Some people
Don't
just
even
like, let me experience some people. I'm out here.
That's what I say, but you know what I mean? Go ahead, do you. Like, y'all, go ahead. Y'all do you. I'm good with one.
Right.
I'm super good with one. I don't know who. I can't even. Yada. Not at all.
Yada.
Not at all. I personally am so grateful for the experiences that I've been fortunate enough to have, interactions that I've been fortunate enough to have. I just thank goodness I've come away unscathed. I'm still fatherless, not hoping to stay that. I'm hoping and wanting
You mean
to.
childless?
Huh?
You mean childless?
Oh shit.
I was wondering.
Well, fatherless is I'm not a father, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No.
1 times 0 still equals 1.
Where my father is. I know who my father is.
1 times 0 still equal 1.
Yeah, I'm just saying. For
Just
you know
because you're not a father, don't mean you not fatherless.
Yeah. It's just about how you process it.
It's only entertainment.
That's insane.
Yo, oh my goodness gracious. Nah, real talk though. Listen, man. Please just love yourself.
Just because you have a father doesn't mean you're not fatherless.
Oh my gosh. Boy, let me tell you. No, I can't tell you shit.
Does it go?
Can't tell you shit. No, but in all seriousness and sincerity, you know, I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I had to beg you, please, for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause it mean that what it mean to right to bed. Nah, that's a good one though. Hey yo,
Remind me of Major Payne.
yeah.
It's my movie. Top 5. Top 5. Top 10. Top 10.
Yo,
Get
top
Orlando.
10. Oh, man. Oh, my Orlando Beezy. Yo, bless up, kid. Yo, please. I hope you heal well, my G.
This
Still the
industry
guy.
is fucked up.
Godspeed, young God.
Oh man,
Yo,
real
did you
talk.
see the internet as trying to tear Kiki apart?
I don't understand that.
Right?
I didn't see any of it, thankfully, but I don't
Yeah,
understand it.
Pops
thankfully, I
told
didn't
me
even
about
know
it.
about it.
My pops told me about it.
That's crazy. That's funny as hell. Your
But
pops
they're
told you.
mad that she's having a kid and she's not married.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Whatever.
That's what I said.
Next
I was like, yo,
conversation.
that's what y'all on.
It-
That's what
it
y'all
could-
on
Next
about.
conversation.
It could be because they're not having a kid and they're not married. So shh.
Damn.
Hey, no, let me stop. That's not.
The baby's fatherless.
Yeah, come on now. Listen, man. You know,
Yo, when you don't got nothing to say about somebody, you got to pick something out there.
I mean, but it not.
You're supposed to be a Christian.
Hey, listen, free will. Everybody got the right to say whatever the fuck they want. Just understand that you gonna get something back in return sometimes, or not. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? But yeah, I don't know. I definitely agree with the fact that it would be nice to see more children conceived by people, by two individuals who truly wish to conceive and procreate. Yeah. I mean,
And take care.
listen, you guys, your pullout game, cool. Whatever. All right, like cool, but like, yeah, yo, son, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying just thinking about just thinking like, damn, yeah, like yeah, right, really, just man, that shit whack. That's my opinion. I'm not here to bash nobody, put nobody down. I'm just saying it. You have control. You have control. You have say so. It's your decision. It's your decision. If you decide to put yourself under the influence of anything, that's your decision. That don't negate the fact that you still made another decision. It's just decisions. It's decisions. Come on, man. Your decisions do affect other people. Like, as much as you really don't care, or much as there are people that don't really care or don't think that far about it. You just don't know who your child will become to be. You don't know what any child will come to be. But there are children out here that are becoming adults or come to be adults or even still are children, and they're taking lives. And lives are being lost. And people have to experience loss due to these people out here without love.
Neglect. And if somebody hurts you, you don't fucking hurt somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You learn from that shit.
Hurt people. Good people ain't hurting people. Or people who are attempting to heal aren't trying to hurt nobody. They trying to heal others. Because they understand shit. If I need to be healed, I can only imagine what other people going through. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people put up a good front, you know what I mean? Like, you look and you're like, oh, they good. They living lavish. Psych. Psych. But it's not to say that. Yeah, not return. Yo, man. That's really why I'm just like, fuck it. Sweats. Just don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the stress. Don't sweat the technique.
Yeah,
Yo, oh man.
Yo.
Oh man.
Yo. Man. What's the scenario?
Hit him with a bridge.
You see these shackles, baby, on your slave.
Yeah, they're bugging with that shit.
Yo,
why y'all be doing that slave shit in these lyrics? Like,
they be doing it. They be going ham-star with it.
That's the only way the man said I was gonna be able to get it through is if I put some slave shit in it. I just got to put it in there for y'all. Know what I'm saying? If I don't do that, then they not gonna let me through the gates. I gotta sell out to not sell out.
Nah, but that's that BDS. I don't even know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers got letters and shit. Fuck.
Nigga, we wild T.O. What you mean?
Yo, chill.
I like that.
It's
letters.
Nah, these letters is
I was about to say something real.
BDSM and shit.
Hey, no disrespect to anybody.
Nah, no disrespect.
People be bugging.
Nah, but yo, son, you know what I'm saying, young love, truth, and life is not motherfucking chains and whips and lock me up and shit.
For fun and pleasure, and that's it.
Oil me up and spank me.
I would hope not.
Yo, there's people out there that prefer that.
Yeah, it's like I was watching. What's that show? Not Billions. Yeah, Billions too.
Watching 50 Shades of Grey.
Nah, what's that show on Showtime? It's not Billions. Damn,
it's not the billions. It's a millions.
It's with the Axe Capital nigga. Fuck,
Wait,
whatever it
was
is.
Scandal on that?
No. I don't know, nigga.
What's Scandal?
I don't care about that Scandal shit.
Scandal. Yeah,
You talking about like Weeds or something?
Nah, it was.
Weeds was popping. That's cool.
Forgot the nigga's name. I mean, the show name, whatever.
Man.
Anyways.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, that'll do
Been
it.
seeing him doing audiobooks. He does a podcast where he reads, where he's doing his audiobook submissions. Submissions, commissions, whatever they are.
Wow.
Not whatever they are, but you know what they may happen to be. But yeah, it's just him reading, and I'm like, that's mad cool. It's mad
Man,
cool.
see,
I was definitely wanted to do that when I was in the studio. I was like, yeah, I should just read books online,
yeah, nah.
and then eventually put on like Amazon
There are people
Kindle.
that do that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know, the community of people out there who do read and like to read are emphatic. Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Shout out LeVar Burton.
Shout out to the guy. What a guy, man. Man, oh. Not the Sphere.
Yo. Why they had a Caribbean song for Arthur when this nigga wasn't Caribbean?
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that Jimmy has an original point of view.
Ooh.
And I say,
Hey.
what a wonderful time today.
What?
We can learn to work and play
Oh,
and get along with each other. You gotta listen to your heart, listen to your beat, listen to the rhythm of your beat, and then the guys open the beat. We're working together. It's a simple message, and it comes from the heart.
Believe in yourself. And that's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Oh, shit.
We can learn to work and play
Oh, shit.
and get along with each other.
Oh, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey,
What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey, what? Nah, chill, hold up. Why they did that, son?
DW.
That was the jam right there. That's how they
Yeah.
got me every time, bro. I wasn't even trying to watch the show unless I got to hear the song. But come on, man.
Yeah, I was tight when I missed it. That and Little Bear
Son. Oh, shit.
and Franklin too.
Yo.
I remember it's
Franklin.
Yo. Yeah, nah, see?
Come in your time.
See, that's I stayed my ass in the...
We over here fucking singing kids song. Niggas was in the streets
These niggas was
selling
like,
crack,
out here.
listening to fucking DMX
Oh my gosh. Boy, let me
or
tell
fucking
you.
Master P.
Heard about that shit every time I
Cash
was in the
Money.
car going to the store with my mom. And this is why, niggas, this is why, in the middle of the street,
That's the funniest shit.
for no damn reason.
They blasting the same music you listen to in your headphones.
Yo, telling
Like,
you.
I swear I'm not doing wrong.
Yo, listen. I mean, I was in the house listening to
All them
Massacre.
niggas, everybody.
the Mass Get Rich Die Trying.
The hardest to rap.
I was inside playing Bulletproof. I was inside. I ain't have to put the Bulletproof on.
I was traveling, you know what I'm
Thank
saying?
goodness.
Traveling Brooklyn with the 50 Cent on headphones.
Son,
Walking up and down Flatbush.
I heard that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was spray painting NWA on the streets, but not when NWA was in the streets. and yeah, nah.
Oh.
Until my man's mom was like, y'all know, 2 is a crew, 3 is a gang. Oh shit.
Who said that?
That's what that is.
Ray, who said that? Why would you? Why
Hey,
would
yo,
you
but
mislabel us?
because that's what that was viewed as. Hey, it's 1, 2.
But that's what I'm saying. Why?
It's 1, Too many over there, motherfucker. What y'all doing? What y'all plotting and scheming about?
One black man is okay. 2 black men is. Woo.
Well, one black man could be Martin. Another could be Martin and Malcolm.
And if Martin and Malcolm got another shooter,
Frederick, Marcus got, come on,
and if he got a shooter,
Fred Hampton, come on, man. Hey, listen.
and if he got a few shooters,
Yo,
and if they got some backup,
Huey Pinute, yo, come on, man. It's
and if they got supplies,
it's just, it don't stop. I'm about being single, seeing double,
in the pimp,
making triple. I hope you pussy niggas ain't never make a nickel. It's good to make it. Many people make it with your money coming, money going. Ain't like you could take it with you. It's about to be in my hand. Let me stop. My bad, Juliana. I ain't even do that shit right like that. My bad, dog. Hey, yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Shepherd tuned up like NASCAR pissed up.
I can hear your heart crying out for me.
Someone made
saying,
this
what's
shout
love
the
got to do with
other
it?
day. I got her number, call her like what
Oh no,
she
we can't.
do.
We got to start it off with that. You got to say
Yeah,
that.
nah, word, that one real talk. That's another day. That's another day.
Today, no. It's too early. Hit a pump fix.
Nah, word talk. Yeah, nah, we gonna do. What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
Bonnie.
Bonnie, tonic. No role models, and I'm here right now. No role models to speak of. Searching through my memory. My memory I couldn't even want. Last night I was getting my feet rubbed. Batter, bit. Not Trina, but I swear to God, the bitch that made you call your girl up and tell her it was good. Sorry you're never coming home, but they were good. They hang the phone up and proceed to later wood. I can't fat like 911 in white neighborhoods. Ain't got no shame about it. She think I was born in a Rick, cause I can have any bitch I got to visit. Now I was the same without it. But then I thought back to a better me. Before all is a B-list celebrity, for us all they calling bitches so heavily. Back when you can get a platinum black without a melody, you wasn't sweating me. One time for my LA sisters, one time for the LA hoes. Lame niggas can't tell the difference. One time for a nigga who knows. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her.
She don't wanna be saved.
I need the real love. Dark skin and Villa. The Jada in that Willa. That leave your toothbrush at your crib. And you ain't gotta wonder whether that's your killer. Nigga, I don't want no bitch from reality shows. Out of touch for reality hoes out in Hollywood, bringing back 5 6. Fucking them and get to the dough, and you know how it goes. She deserved that. She a bird. It's a bird trap. You think if I didn't rap, she would flirt back, taking off her skirt, let her wear my shirt before she leave. I'ma need my shirt back, nigga. You know how it go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Round around Huntington with that too.
LA sister.
Round around Huntington with that too.
Oh man, what else though? Ain't no question, ain't no conspiracy. Not many people. What he said though? Oh shit! I don't forget that first verse like that. Oh my gosh. What he said?
We just get in the zone. I'm saying you just get in the zone when you hear the beat, and then it's just like
Ain't no
everything just hits.
Ain't no conspiracy. Ah, shit. That line, I'm gonna be mad if I don't remember it. I'm gonna be mad. Not many people are true. Oh, what he said?
Yo, what song?
That's unfuckwittable. You know that I'm unfuckwittable. You remember that shit? No.
Any good?
The world is filled with good vibes, and that is what I seek. And when I'm feeling more than good, oh yeah. I just jumped to the second verse like
Right.
a motherfucker.
That ass.
Cause he said, and when the ground and sky combine, oh yeah, I'm feeling more than fine. I'm so rock and rollin', don't you feel it? Feel it, feel it. You know that I'm unforgettable. Don't you feel it? Whoa. Ooh. Oh man, nah, fuck it. That's when I just skip to the next one.
Do some Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying.
Nah, not even.
You don't fuck with those songs?
Yeah, fuck with them shit's heavy dookie. but nah, the next one I play is
And it seems they all on the same mission.
oh man.
Can't stand the heat of my love to stay out the kitchen.
Oh shit.
Where would you say his old shit compares to his new shit?
What happened?
I said, where would you say his old shit compares to his new shit?
Oh,
Like, is it anywhere like close to it, or is it like not as good?
new shit is man, I don't know. Well, it depends on what old shit you prefer. I know a lot of people like his beginning shit. I fucks with it. I really fucks. I'm not gonna. I think my favorite. I almost can't even say. But I feel like my favorite album by him was Indie Cut. Favorite album by him is Indie Cut. That shit.
Gotcha.
Patty playing decently, yo.
That's my shit.
Speeding Bull. The albums.
Everything is all at the same level for me.
I
Even his new
ain't
shit?
no way.
Everything.
Too busy making my own ways, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own ways, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own ways, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own ways, baby. Surfing on my own waves, baby. Surfing on my own waves, baby. Surfing on my own waves, baby. Surfing on my own waves. And now, welcome y'all to the end of my. Ain't it awesome to be black in a Murray all competition? Everything that I do is a flex. If you don't give me down my issue, bitch. Better go down with them homes. Nah, I ain't riding no way. Busy making my own way, baby. What
I think
it's over. Been over.
like 5 minutes ago.
Been over and the done with the done shit, the done hit. I don't even know where you going with your run quick. Yeah, nah. Yeah, right. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it.
Did it go over?
Yeah, I word. He put that shit up there at that time, and I was like,